The fourth type of activity that you can include in a lesson is a task. Here you can see that we are signed on as a designer. The Task tab is selected, but we have yet to create any tasks. So let's create one by clicking on the Add icon. We'll need to give the task a title. And we'll need to enter some instructions. This is what the student will see in the online classroom. And there we have it. We've created a task. Now remember that a task is in a sense similar to a project, except that there's no document to write and upload. The student performs the activity, follows the instructions, but that activity is a traditional activity, not an online activity. In this case, it's a musical solo that the student will perform in front of the rest of the class. The instructor would be present, they would give the student a grade, and they can enter the grade as part of the task. So a task is really a placeholder. It allows you to include traditional activities in an online course to create a blended learning activity. There is just one attribute, which is whether it's an individual activity or a team activity. You can toggle on the current value to switch it to be a team activity or to switch it back to be individual. Now in the classroom, it's possible for students to evaluate the relative contribution of each of their teammates if it's a team activity. And this is true of a project as well if it's a team project. What we found is that students can become very frustrated if they're part of a team and they work very hard, but one member of the team does very little work, and yet that student gets the same grade as everyone else. Is that fair? So we allow students to anonymously evaluate the relative performance of each teammate, and the instructor can see the results of that. And if 4 students all say that one particular student did very little, then it becomes obvious that there's a problem, and the instructor can choose to give that one student a different grade, in this case a lower grade than the rest of the team. So now we've created a task, and if we return to the previous screen, you will see that there's a line item for it.